One aspect that's really important to talk about when thinking about the fourth trimester are all of the different emotional challenges you might face, from baby blues to postpartum anxiety and depression. These are really common, not only for the birthing person, but the partner as well. So I would love for you to hear from a partner who's been through that exact experience. Marcus, welcome. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So you are a dad.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell us a little bit about that.
It's wonderful. One of the best decisions I've ever made in my life.
Yeah.
I love my children, and they're a true extension of myself. Yeah. There are good and bad times, etc., with any other family, but I wouldn't change it.
So at what age did you first become a parent for the first time?
The first time, I was 19.
Okay.
And my last child, I have a 2.5-week-old newborn baby boy. And so there was a 8-year gap between him and his older brother, excuse me.
So you've had many experiences thinking about, I'm going to have a child, then going through that postpartum period as a new dad and experiencing all of the good, the bad, the challenges, the stresses, the joys, all of it.
Yes.
I know that you've struggled, and so many partners don't realize that they can have, whether it be trauma or depression, anxiety. There's so many things that partners can go through. So I would love for you to tell us your experience.
So trying to find my existence within a new world. It's a baby boy that I'm responsible for. And also trying to identify, why am I feeling these sad feelings? My son was born, and then all of a sudden I started feeling like there was a sense of, I don't know if I was jealous of him, but it was almost as if I was competing. I don't know why. There was a worthless feeling. I didn't feel adequate as a dad. I had days where I lacked motivation. And I've experienced depression before. I've helped people through their depression. But there was a quiet voice within myself that was screaming, and I didn't know how to open my mouth to let it out. There would be days where I felt like it would be best if I wasn't around my child. I just didn't feel adequate as a dad. And again, there's not a lot of dads out there that are articulating their struggles with postpartum. Oftentimes it's biased to just women. I'm not just saying in a malicious sense, but objectively speaking, in most cases, the postpartum conversation is strictly dealing with the mother.
Right.
And so there wasn't a YouTube video I can go check out. Oh, that's me, I'm good.
Yeah.
And so going through the ebb and flow of this and not really knowing what it was horrible. Horrible.
So as you're feeling like maybe I shouldn't be around my baby, feelings of worthlessness, feelings like you don't want to get up and be productive for the day, how did you overcome all of this?
I looked Marcus in the mirror.
Okay.
And I realized that if I wanted change, that I needed to change myself. And so, oftentimes when a person is depressed, the last person that they look at is themselves. Oh, this is the reason, my upbringing, my circumstances, my partner, the bills, etc. No, Marcus, you're the issue, but you're not an issue. I stopped beating myself up because of how I was feeling. I felt like I was the reason why I was feeling these sad emotions and going through this emotional roller coaster, but I wasn't. So I started reaching out. As a guy, us guys, oh my goodness, the macho man mentality. And so we don't want to ask for help. Definitely don't want to go tell another guy. Come on, guys don't do that.
Right.
I did it. I exposed myself. I was willing to be transparent. And that's what started the process. I started implementing different things, yoga, martial arts, going on nature hikes, etc. Whenever I started noticing these said feelings within myself. And that was big for me. Once I was able to differentiate the two, okay, this is just a normal day. No, this is there comes depression again. That's how I was able to implement what I was receiving from outside sources.
Yeah. So after the very first time that you felt this depression feeling, was it after your very first child?
So yes.
Okay. So you didn't know this could be a thing related to becoming a parent. But what about the second or the third? Were you aware? Were you prepared? Or did it hit you? Was it blindsiding again?
So my oldest is 17. My second youngest is 10.
Okay.
So I had a little experience, but still it was very foreign to me. Okay, why am I feeling like this again? I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's okay.
You know, you're trying to be strong and you see your mate. She's going through the same thing. And as a man, we're supposed to be Superman, the superhero. And I couldn't be that for my mate. And I said earlier that I felt worthless and I felt like it was best for me to not be around my children because I felt like I couldn't be that for them either. It's an everyday struggle, but it's a work in progress.